Good afternoon and welcome to Hilgeman Field here in Stratford for this afternoon's Division IV WIAA Regional Championship game of the Chippewa Falls Sectional. And in today's game, the Stratford Tigers coming into the contest with a 18-7 record, seeded number one in the lower division of this bracket, taking on the McDonell Central Catholic Bulldogs, with a 14-8 overall record and seeded number 4. During the season, McDonell finished tied for second with Stanley Boyd with an 8-4 record. The Fall Creek Crickets, last year's Division IV state champion, landed up taking the conference again this year. They were favored to start the season, and in the preseason polls, it was favored Fall Creek, and then McDonell, Thorpe, Bloomer, Stanley, Boyd, Cadott, and Regis, and that's pretty much how it finished this year, except Stanley Boyd surprising everybody and moving up in that number 2 spot, tying with McDonell. And so this afternoon's starting lineups would be brought to you by the Country Wireless. Attention Stratford area residents. Country Wireless now has blazing fast speed for your connected house. Streaming, gaming, movies, TV, and more is now better than ever with Country Wireless. With download speeds of up to 100 megabytes per second. Now is the time to visit countrywireless.com and get blazing fast internet with Country Wireless. As I mentioned, both of these teams have faced each other. Let's go back to let's see, I'll give you the proper date on this. It was back on May 10th, so not that long ago, just a couple weeks ago. These two teams met up in Thorpe in the Gilman-Thorpe Slam Fest, and Stratford came out on top with a 10-0 victory over the Bulldogs. And so two very good teams. McDonell with a very good reputation of going to the state tournament. We'll go through that during the ball game. And, of course, Stratford went, back in 23, I think it was, to the state tournament. So in this afternoon's starting lineups for the Bulldogs of McDonell Central Catholic, leading off and playing left field, Kendall Hepfler. Batting second and playing third base, Keegan Winger. Batting third and playing center field, Riley Christensen Richardson. Batting on the cleanup spot, the pitcher, Kelsey Bremnes. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Claire Ruff. Batting sixth and catching for the Bulldogs, Liz Leibrandt. Batting seventh and playing first base, Kiara Leinenkugel. Batting eighth and playing second base, Aaliyah Bovey. Batting ninth and doing the DP in today is Avery Bovey. And in the 10th spot will be Olivia Wolf. She is the flex and playing right field. For the Stratford Tigers, coming into this contest with an 18-7 record. Leading off and playing center field, Carly Pankratz. Batting second and pitching, Lainey Pankratz. Batting third and catching, Emma Roper. Batting in the cleanup spot.
Defensively for the Stratford Tigers.
And playing first base, Tria Tubbs. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, Gracie Schmidt. Batting sixth and playing second base, Dakota Knetter. Batting seventh and playing right field, Alyssa Bargender. Batting eighth and DPing, Reese Spindler. Batting ninth and playing left field, Gracie Crummel. And in that 10th spot and playing third base and the flex, Maddie Koenig.
Number 8, Maddie Koenig.
As we're getting closer to the national anthem here. Other games in this Division IV bracket. Number 3, Boyceville is taking on number 2, Colfax. The winner of that one will take on the winner of this one on Tuesday, June 3rd, in a site to be determined. And up in that other bracket, Hurley, the number 5 seed, is taking on number 1 Shell Lake, and number 3 Phillips is at Clayton Turtle
We
Lake,
ask those who
who
are
is
able to
seated
stand,
number 2.
remove your hats,
At this
and
time,
place your hand
we'll
over
have
your
the
heart
playing
for the
of the
playing
national
our
anthem.
national anthem.
As I mentioned, these two teams met back
Thank you,
on
all
the
current
10th
and former
of
members of
May,
the U.S.
just a
military.
couple of weeks ago.
Let's play ball.
And McDonell got beat by Stratford 10-0 as Tigers scored a run in the first, run in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 4 in the bottom of the fifth to finish it in 5 innings. In that game, Tria Tubbs had an outstanding ball game with winning pitcher, was throwing a 2-hitter, struck out 6 and walked 1. Christensen Robinson was a losing pitcher in that contest as she struck out 1 and walked 4. The top hitters in that game was Carly Pankratz going 2 for 3 with 3 runs. Lainey Pankratz going 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 3 RBIs. Emma Roper having an outstanding ball game, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. And Tria Tubbs going 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And Reese Spindler had 2 runs scored. And so that top of that order, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's they had a total of 5, 8. They had 11 hits. 11 of the 12 hits came out of that 1 through 4. So it'll be interesting
Central.
if
Number 3,
the starting
Stratford.
pitcher, Kelsey Bremis, can see what she can do against that top 4. We're about to start here. Leading off for the Bulldogs of McDonell Central will be their all-conference player, or second-team all-conference player last year, left fielder Kendall Hepfler. And the first pitch comes in from Laney, ball. Laney rocks and fires, and a fly ball out to center field. Carly Pankratz going back and off the wall, and rounding first and going to second and holding up at second. Well, the stand-up double is Kendall Hepfler. So the Bulldogs get their leadoff runner on to start this contest. A solid hit ball off the center field wall by Hepfler. Bringing up now the third baseman, Keegan Winger. And fly ball coming back and going foul and out of play. The Bulldogs do have a new coach this year. Well, actually, this is the second year. Rick Ruff takes over the program for the Mex. And Hepfler, who is a senior outfielder. And let's take I've got their all-conference team from last year in the Clover Belt. And they are in the Clover Belt West. So same as with Cadott, and laying one down and getting by, and just getting by the third baseman, Maddie Kranig, but rolling foul, so runner will have to go back, and it's a 1-1 count on Keegan Winger. As a good contingency here from Chippewa Falls. And laying another one down to Laney. Laney throws over to Tria for out number 1. And moving over to third is Kendall Hepfler. And I was wrong. She was a first-team all-conference player last year.
Number 7, center fielder, Riley Christensen.
As Riley Christensen Richardson is now batting, the center fielder. And a sacrifice will be credited to Winger. That'll go 1-3. And first pitch comes in for a call strike to Riley. You're watching Division 4 action here on Zaleski Sports. I'm Mike Steinwagner. Ground ball over to third. Throws over to first. And Tria pulls it off the ground there for out number 2. But scoring on the play is Kendall Hepfler. As the Macs are the first ones to get on the board here.
Pitcher,
We'll credit to Christensen Richardson with a RBI. As that'll go 5-3 for the second out, bringing up the pitcher, Kelsey Bremnes. And the first pitch to Kelsey is called a strike. And the next pitch by Laney down low. Last year on that first team was Katie Ruff and also Morgan Wirtz, who was actually the player of the year last year in the Clover Belt Conference. They were both seniors, and Hepfler and hitting a line shot out to left field. Fielded by Crummell out there, gets the ball into second as Kelsey Bremnes, the pitcher, gets a base hit to left field.
Shortstop, number 12, player.
As McDonell has brought their bats here today, as they've got 2 hits, and that's what they had totally against the Tigers back when they met on May 10th.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher.
Courtesy runner for the pitcher here is number 8.
Number 9, Lizzie Liebrandt.
As we get that is Chloe Flanagan, a junior, is now a courtesy runner for the pitcher Bremnes. And next pitch is fouled off. And 0-2 count with 2 down here in the top of the first inning. And the Bulldogs leading 1-0 here from Hilgeman Field in Stratford, Division 4 Regional Championship game. And a call strike. And beautiful throw by Roper, but getting underneath the tag is Flanagan. And a call strike, count now 1-2. And a fly ball out to left field, and camping under it is Gracie Crummell for out number 3. The Bulldogs come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after a half inning of play, it's the McDonell Central Catholic Bulldogs 1 and the Stratford Tigers coming to back. And you're watching Division 4 Regional Championship game from Hilgeman Field in Stratford, and it's brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no-obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
And we're back here at Stratford, and Infinity Exteriors installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust.
Leading off for the Tigers.
And Structures Unlimited, your fabric building specialist, supports the coaches and athletes in today's game. To find out what a fabric building can do for you, visit StructuresUnlimited.com or stop in their office in Stratford's Industrial Park. Leading off for the Tigers here in the bottom of the first, trailing 1-0, is the center fielder Carly Pankeritz. As Carly had 7 putouts back in that no-hitter that Laney threw on Tuesday. So she was busy out in center field. And pop-up in the infield. And the pitcher taking control and makes the catch for out number 1 as Bremnes takes control out there.
Number
Bringing
4,
up Laney
pitcher,
Pankratz, who
Laney
threw that no-hitter
Pankratz.
against Cadott. She was one batter over the limit as she had one walk in that game. I think it was back in about the third or fourth inning. But outstanding job by Laney back on Tuesday. And a pitch down low from Kelsey Bremnes as Laney coming into this contest hitting .449 and a call strike catching the inside corner. Laney's got 19 RBIs this year also as she fouls next one off. 1-2 count with one down here in the bottom of the first inning. The winner will take on the winner of the Boyceville-Colfax game that's going on presently down in Colfax. As the tag is put on Laney, but the umpire didn't call her out, so she didn't go around, so she's got a 2-2 count. Emma Roper on deck. And next pitch upstairs for a ball. As Bremnes is the ace for the Bulldogs. Rocks and fires. And a line shot right out to center field for a base hit. As Laney gets the Tigers going here in the bottom of the first
Base hit
inning.
for Laney. Brings up catcher, number 5.
Bringing up the catcher, Emma Roper. Emma on the season having a very good year as she is hitting .452 on the season with 27 RBIs. And she does have a home run to her credit. She's got 54 stolen bases. The first pitch by Kelsey is upstairs for ball one. Very beautiful day here, right around 70 degrees outside. With that rain that we had yesterday. Has settled the dirt and pitched down in the dirt, knocked down and going in. That will be scored as a wild pitch as it went into the dirt as Laney was not taking off right from the start. And fly ball out of play down the right field side here. And the count now 2-1 to Emma Roper. Runner at second, that be Laney Pankratz. The tying run possibly for the Stratford Tigers. And a swing and a miss. Strike two. 2-2 count now to Emma Roper. Emma on the season has only struck out 4 times in 84 at-bats this year. And a fly ball, just foul. As Laney heads back to second. Nice crowd here. In fact, we've got a baseball game going on over on the other side as I think it's Colfax is taking on the Tiger baseball team over there today. And a fly ball and just out of play. We'll try to keep a watch on that next door also as the Stratford Tigers in tournament play here, taking on Colfax. I know the Columbus Dons are in action also against New Lisbon. They're at Safford Field which is located on the campus of Marshville High School. And a ground ball to third, right through the legs. And rounding third and coming home is Laney Pankratz as she slides in and going into second. And air on the third baseman right between the legs. It almost looked like the play if you go back to the Boston Red Sox when the hit went right between Bill Buckner's legs. It was the same identical play here as it went right through the legs of Winger at third and coming all the way around from second to score to tie this contest up. So the Tigers take advantage of a mistake by the Bulldogs And coming into courtesy run is Stieber. So runner Stieber at second, courtesy running for Emma Roper. And a call strike to Tria Tubbs. Tria on the season, outstanding year, hitting .429 with 4 home runs and 27 RBIs. She had 2 doubles in the ballgame on Tuesday against Cadott. And catching the outside corner, let her high. 0-2 count to Tria Tubbs, as Tria has only struck out 4 times this year in 84 plate appearances. And fouling it off into the screen. Oh, and 2 count to Tria Tubbs with 1 down here in the bottom of the first inning, and we are all knotted up at 1. As Kelsey Bremers gets the sign and delivers. And fair ball out in front of the plate. Grabs by the catcher, throws over to first to Leinenkugel for out number 2, but advancing to second is to third is Stieber on the plate. As it was just kind of it was a full swing bunt, if you wanted to call it,
Schmidt.
as it only went about maybe 7-8 feet in front of home plate. And Tria coming out of that left-handed batter's box there gave it a chance to get down to first, but great play by the catcher. And the first pitch comes into Gracie Schmidt for a swinging strike. Great job by Liz Liebrandt at behind the plate to get that out for the Bulldogs. And rocking and firing, and fly ball out of play. As Gracie Schmidt on the season is hitting .247 with 15 RBIs. The go-ahead run for the Tigers at third base. That is that's Stieber, courtesy runner at third. The count now 1-2 to Gracie Schmidt. Batting in the number 5 spot today for Coach Pancras. And pitch upstairs. Very close. Almost a pitch that you can't let go by. 2-2 count. Kelsey rocks and fires. And down low as Gracie lands up checking her swing. 3-2 count now here in the bottom of the first with 2 down. As Bremnes gets set, she rocks and fires. And foul ball. Count remains 3-2. Base hitter in the air here could put the Tigers ahead, 2-1. As I mentioned, Tigers beat the Bulldogs 10-0 2 weeks ago. And pitch upstairs, the ball, as Gracie works a walk from Bremnes. So
11,
runners at the corners
baseman,
now, bringing up Dakota Knetter,
Knetter,
the second baseman, batting in the number 6 spot. Knetter on the season, having also an outstanding season, hitting .385 with 15 RBIs. But she does like to swing the stick, as she has struck out 14 times this year. First pitch catches the outside corner for a call strike. But when she does make contact, she's very, very productive. Bremnes ready and fires. Upstairs for a ball. 1-1 count here in the bottom of the first inning. This game not moving as fast as what we had on Tuesday. By this time, we were almost in the third inning on Tuesday. But a great contest going on here for all the marbles. And a base hit in the power alley. All the way to the wall. Rounds first is Knetter, and coming around third and coming home is Schmidt as the Tigers go ahead 3-1. A big 2-run double by Dakota Knetter. As I said, when she does make contact, she's very, very productive.
Right
And
fielder,
Roper
Alyssa Bargander.
Stoiber scores and Schmidt scores on the play to give the Tigers a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the first inning. A big 2-run double by Dakota. Ground ball over to third. And for out number 3 is Alyssa Bargander. But the Tigers come up with...
Stratford scores 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error.
Get 3 runs on 2 errors. Or excuse me, 2 hits,
1 complete.
1 error, and
McDonell
1 left on
Stratford
base.
3.
And after 1 complete inning of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 3 and the Bulldogs of McDonell Central Catholic 1. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Nuts Deep 2, a Marshfield favorite for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Soup, salad, pizza, omelets, sandwiches, wraps, and burgers. How about appetizers like loaded tots and super nuts nachos? 14 large TVs to watch all your favorite games. Plus, entertainment and event space for groups large and small for your upcoming parties. Nuts Deep 2 again, awarded Best Burgers and Fish Fry in Marshfield. Nuts Deep 2 on South Central Avenue in Marshfield and Nuts Deep 2 North in Spencer.
And we're back here at Stratford. And let me tell you, coming up this weekend, if you're looking for some entertainment, head to Marshfield for the Marshfield Dairy Fest. Is tomorrow and Saturday, and also Sunday. The Chaparrals are playing. You can watch a little baseball, or you can watch it on Zaleski Sports. But check out and visit Marshfield.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. Leading off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the second inning, with the Tigers leading 3-1 here in the top of the second inning, is the shortstop, Claire Ruff. As he's called a block, as he's got to the pitcher's got to stay within the rubber distance there, and a swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. I know you see a lot of these high schools now where they're actually putting the lines between the rubbers also, and I know we were over at Wausau. Stratford played over there. The girls and the boys played at Athletic Field, and they do have the lines right in front of the rubber where they're supposed to keep their feet. So, but striking out is Clara Ruff. Or excuse me, that wasn't Ruff. That was Lebrand. Yeah, Lebrand. I'm sorry.
First baseman, number 5.
I'm one batter behind here.
Kiara Leinenkugel.
But striking out and up now is the first baseman, Kiara Leinenkugel. So as Laney gets her first strikeout, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. A fly ball out to left field, and camping on her and making the catch is Gracie Crummel for out number 2. Bringing up the second baseman, Aaliyah Bovey.
Aaliyah Bovey.
And Laney starting to find the strike zone here as she's working the corners. As the last 2 batters here, she's been very, very effective. And as she interviewed with me on Tuesday, she says, she will be off once in a while, but once she gets going and finds that outside corner, and a swing and a miss, strike 3 on 3 pitches, as Laney gets another Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro, like it never happened.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
And we're back here at Stratford, where the Tigers are leading 3-1. And bringing up Reese Spindler, the DP. The DP. And Reese on the season is hitting 185 with 3 RBIs. And she's doing the DPing here today. And a first pitch by Kelsey Bremnes is low and away for ball 1. Bremnes with delivery. Call strike right on the outside corner. 1-1 count to Reese Spindler. And a swing and a miss by Spindler. A lot of tournament games going on today, and check the schedule for next week of the games that we will be covering. And I know boys will be starting up. In fact, the boys are already starting today down in the lower divisions as Spindler goes down swinging for out number 1, bringing up Gracie Crummel. Gracie on the season hitting .323 with 12 RBIs. And a call strike. First pitch. But yeah, a lot of tournament games going on. Check Zaleski Sports and try to find your favorite team if we're covering it. Otherwise, you can stay here right with me and watch this exciting one that it's going to go, I think, right down to the wire here. And a swing and a miss by Crummel. Batting in the number 9 spot for Coach Pankratz. And a swing and a miss as Kelsey Bremnes gets the first 2 batters by way of the strikeout. Back to the top of the batting order is Carly Pankratz. And I didn't get a chance to give you Carly's stats on the season as she popped up right away. But she's hitting .420 on the season, and she's got 18 RBIs. Go along with 14 stolen bases she's got also. So she is a threat when she gets on. First pitch by Bremnes is upstairs for ball 1. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning, and the Tigers leading 3-1 as the Tigers put up 3 big runs on a big 2-run double by Dakota Knetter. And a strike on Carly. As on that play that Gracie Schmidt scored all the way from first base on there. Next pitch down low. So far right now, Dakota Knetter, player of the ball game here after the first inning and a half here, is she came up with 2 big RBIs there to put the Tigers ahead. And fouling off, back out of play. 2-2 count to Carly Pankratz. Leadoff hitter here for the Tigers. And Bremnes with the deliver. Just down low for a ball. Full count. As Carly works that 3-2 with 2 down and nobody on. Bremnes gets the sign and rocks and fires and down low. And she will be a threat to steal. You try to get into scoring position as the Tigers had 9 stolen bases against Cadott, as Coach Pankratz made the comment in the post-game show that they like to steal to get into scoring position right away. And a ground ball and hits Lainey Pankratz in the batter's box. So foul ball. And heading back to first is Carly. 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. Bremnes with the delivery down low, and sure as heck, there she goes. A stolen base by Carly as she gets in the scoring position. 1-1 count to Lainey Pankratz. Rocks and fires, and a fly ball out to left field, and coming in to make the catch is Kendall Hepfler for out number 3. The Tigers in the bottom of the second. No runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left.
Bulldogs 1.
And after 2 complete innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 3 and the Bulldogs of McDonell 1. And you're watching Division 4 Regional Championship action here from Hilgeman Field on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Josh Barks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
And we're back here at Stratford. And when buying or selling, Brock & Decker Real Estate is a team you need by your side. Brock & Decker has all the tools you need to feel confident in selling or buying. Call Sammy or Sue today or visit them on North Central Avenue at brockanddecker.com and like them on Facebook. And at Stratford Plumbing and Heating, your comfort and convenience is their top priority. They service all brands and do complete furnace and air conditioning installation. With professional service at Stratford, Marshfield, and the surrounding areas, call Stratford Plumbing and Heating today, your home comfort experts. And leading off in the top of the third inning is the DP, Avery Bovey. Batting in the number 9 spot, and a call strike. Both umpires we've had here now on Tuesday and here, big delay call. And a swing and a miss by Avery. 0-2 count. Here's to the number 9 hitter, Avery Bovey. We are in the top of the third, and a pitch upstairs for a ball. Laney gets the sign and delivers and fouls. Avery fouls it off back into the screen. And a ball upstairs. As team-wise, the Stratford pitching staff is, their opponents are hitting .210 against them. The pitching staff has a 2.43 ERA coming into this contest. Laney's numbers, as she next pitch is a ball. She's 10-4 on the season with 3 shutouts, and she's given up 28 earned runs. She's got an ERA of 2.12, and ball 4, as that is her 35th walk on the season, as Avery Bovey works a walk out of Laney. And back to the top of the batting order is Kendall Hepfler.
Left fielder, Kendall Hepfler.
And coming into...
Running for the DP, number 13, Olivia Wolf.
Olivia Wolf, who is actually the flex player also, the right fielder. So Wolf now running for Bovey. And bringing up Kendall Hepfler, who doubled to lead off this game and scored McDonell's only run. Laney. And a call strike right at the letters. She had a fly ball out to center field that hit the base of the center field fence out there. And she got a hold of one and came stand-up double. And the next pitch by Laney is high and away for a ball. Laney's got a 2.12 ERA. She has struck out 108 batters coming into this contest and had 34 walks. So an outstanding season by Laney. And a ground ball and a little pass over to Tria for out number 1, and advancing to second is Wolf. I have no idea, as they're saying that we're not sure what the call was on that. So it had to be a balk again. So it's 2-1 count. And low and inside. I mean, Laney's had this. No other umpire this year has called this on her. And all of a sudden now we get the tournament play. And laying down a bunt, and it's going to be a base hit as Laney lost her balance there on that bunt. Perfectly bunt, a good bunt by
Number
Kendall.
14, third baseman,
And going to
Keegan
second is
Winger.
Wolf on the play. So now runners at first and second with nobody down here in the top of the third inning. And bringing up Keegan Winger as she had a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning as she lays one down. Back to Laney, throws over to Tria for out number 1, another sacrifice. As both times now she's bounced back to the pitcher. And moving to second is Hepfler. Going to third is Wolf.
Center fielder, number 7.
So runners at
Riley
second and third
Christensen.
with one down. And the pitch and foul back by Christensen Richardson. As the batter sitting here waiting to get some. Oh, as we're tying the shoe out there on second base out there. As Laney. Fly ball out to center. Great catch! And what a been a beautiful double play as a line shot as Carly Pankratz came out of nowhere and made an outstanding catch out in center field. And the ball came into second to double off, but it bounced out of the glove of Gracie Schmidt. So now 2 down. And runners still at second and third. And pitch comes in for a call strike to Kelsey Bremnes, who had a single out to left field. And Pankratz with the delivery. And a call strike right at the knees for strike 2. This would be really big for the Stratford as the Bulldogs had runners at first and second with nobody down. If Stratford could get out of this. The big play was Carly Pankratz out in center field with that line shot she caught. Laney Pankratz shakes off the sign, delivers, and down low, a nice stop by Emma Roper. And the count now 2-2 to Kelsey Bremnes. Rocks and fires, and a shot down the third base foul. As going over, Gracie Crummel getting that foul ball. 2-2 count with 2 down here in the top of the third. Runners at second and third for the Bulldogs. And Bremnes, who already has a single in this contest, and a fly ball right to Carly Pankratz, and the Tigers get out of it. big defensive play by Pankratz out in center field. I cannot believe this. As they're saying, as they're out there, the whole foot has to be out. And I don't know how he can call this with no markings out there at all. I know it's a judgment call, but she's been pitching this way all season long.
Can we get count, please?
And has not been called on it
Can we
at
get
all.
Count, please?
I think it's three. Yep, ball 4. That is about 4 times he has called this now. And I don't know how he can call this right out of the clear blue sky and not call it on every pitch. She has not changed her pitching position.
Now batting, number 12. Shortstop, Claire
Ruff, the shortstop who flew out to the left fielder back in the first inning. Bases loaded for McDonell. And the ball gets away. And out at home as the ball only went maybe about 7-8 feet. And trying to score was Wolf. And great play by Emma Roper as she dives and puts the tag on Wolf for out number 3. So the Tigers do get out of it with the Bulldogs. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And after 2.5 innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 3 and the Bulldogs of McDonell Central 1. And you're watching tournament action on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
And we're back here at Stratford. It never fails. The player that usually makes an outstanding play starts hitting in the next inning, and it is Emma Roper who made that outstanding play at home plate as the pass ball got by her and had maybe about 6-7 feet, and she dove for Wolf coming home and got her for out number 3. Next pitch comes into Roper for ball 2. Emma got on and scored back in the first inning when she hit a line shot down to third and went right between the legs of Keegan Winger. And a line shot into the power alley. Going all the way to the wall, rounding first is Roper. Going into second with a stand-up double is Emma Roper. Right now you got to have two players of the game, and coming into, as Stieber is coming into courtesy run for Roper, right now you'd almost have to have 2 players of the game, as Dakota Knetter, and with that 2-run double she had back in the first inning, and now the defensive play by Roper, and then comes up to start the third inning with a double out in the right center field power alley. So great job by Emma Roper, and that is, and a line shot to left field. And Stieber stops at third, and Tria Tubbs with a single to left field, moving Stieber over to third.
Bringing up shortstop, number 12, Gracie Schmidt.
And Gracie Schmidt, who walked and scored back in that first inning. Nobody down here for the Tigers as they could add to this 3-1 lead. As Bremnes rocks and fires down low, and throw goes back to the pitcher, and Tria gets the stolen base, going into second standing up, and that is Tria's 8th stolen base on the season. And a fly ball out to center field, or right field, I'm sorry. And making the catch is the right fielder. As both runners stay put, it was very shallow.
Second baseman,
right fielder,
number 11.
Olivia
Dakota
Wolf had to go a
Canetta.
long way to come in and get that, but Bulldogs getting out here in the bottom of the third inning, bringing up Dakota Canetta, who had that 2-run double in the first inning. And the first pitch just outside for a ball. Bremnes gets the sign, rocks, and delivers. And fouling it out of play is Dakota Canetta. Dakota and what's strange is the 25 hits she has this year, was her first extra base hit of the season, that double. And the count now is 2-1 to Dakota Canetta. Bremnes delivers, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. Beautiful pitch by Bremnes, low and away. As Kelsey gets the sign, delivers, and a call, strike 3 to Dakota Canetta for out number 2. So the Tigers right now with runners at second and third,
Right
bringing
fielder,
up
number
Alyssa
9.
Bargander.
Alyssa Bargander.
And Bargander on the season hitting 183 with 14 RBIs, though. The hits she does get is very, very productive. And she has knocked in 14 this season. Rocks and fires. And a call strike, catching the inside corner. Roper led off with a double. Tria Tubbs had a single. Put runners at the corners. Tria stole second. And then Schmidt flew out to right, and Canetta here struck out in the third inning. And a swing and a miss as Alyssa a little behind that one. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. For the Stratford Tigers in the bottom of the third, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 3 complete innings of play, it's the Stratford Tigers 3 and the Bulldogs of McDonell Central 1. And you're watching Division 4 Regional Championship action here from Hilgeman Field in Stratford. And it's brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
And we're back here at Stratford. I just took a look over at the baseball field over there. They're in the top of the third inning. And Stratford is leading Colfax in the top of the third, 5-0 in a tournament action game.
Claire Ruff.
And leading off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the fourth inning, Claire Ruff, as she fouls one off for strike 1. Phoenix Express LLC can help your landscaping needs. They are proud to be part of the Stratford community and wish the Stratford Tigers good luck in today's game. Give them a call or find out more on PhoenixExpressLLC.com. As Claire fouls the second one off, an 0-2 count. Here in the top of the fourth inning, the Tigers leading 3-1. As the Tigers put up 3 runs in the first inning, the Bulldogs, very close pitch right there for a ball. 1-2 count. As Bulldogs put a run up in the first inning, took a 1-0 lead, but Stratford came back with 3. Ground ball knocked down, and not in time. As
Catcher, number 9, Lizzie Liebrandt.
Base hit by Claire Ruff, an infield hit. And Liz Liebrandt now up, struck out back in the second inning. In fact, the only strikeout that Laney has today. First pitch upstairs for a ball. And a fly ball, well foul and not a play. As I mentioned, both of these teams have gone to the state tournament, and McDonell has been very successful as they went back in 2005, went 1-1. In 2008, they won the state tournament in Division 4. In 2011, they went 1-1. 2015, they were 0-1, won the state title in Division 5 in 2017, and won it in 2018 also. And a fly ball out to right field, off the top of the wall. And rounding first and going into second is Liz Liebrandt, as she hit a towering shot. And I would say another 2.5, 3 feet, that ball would have been out of here.
Brings up.
As Ruff
First baseman.
lands up at third on that double by Liebrandt. So runners now at second and third with nobody out here in the top of the fourth inning. And bringing up Kiara Linnenkugel. And we have a courtesy runner. And a call strike to Kiara. Let's see here. Get my roster out here and see who that is out there. And a fly ball out of play, foul. Lauren Butcher is the courtesy runner out there, junior for the Bulldogs. And next pitch by Laney upstairs. 1-2 count. And a ground ball back to the mound. Laney throws over to first to get Kiara. And scoring on the play is Claire Ruff. And it's now 3-2. As the Bulldogs are out in front.
Colby.
And advancing to third is Butcher. And a fly ball out to left field and over the head and off the wall as Allie Bovey gets a stand-up double and an RBI and ties this contest at 3.
Double for Bovey brings up number 4, Avery Bovey.
As Avery Bovey comes up now, as she has walked back in the third inning, and she was tagged. Actually, Wolf was tagged out as Wolf came in and pinch ran for Bovey. As Coach Pankratz comes out. And now pitching for the Tigers is Tria Tubbs.
Defensive change for the Tigers. We've got pitcher number 23, Tria Tubbs. And playing first base now, Laney Pankratz.
And Laney Pankratz now playing first base as Laney and Tria just flip spots here. As we'll give you some numbers on Tria. Tria's numbers on the mound is her 12th appearance on the season. She is 8-3 on the season. She has pitched one shutout. She's pitched 66 innings, gave up 64 hits, 27 earned runs. She has an earned run average of 2.86. She's given up 2 home runs, walked 18, struck out 61, and has 8 quality starts. And she's not got 9 complete games, so she could come in here and get her first save, or actually she could get the win here as the game is tied here. And responsible for Laney is responsible for that runner at third, so, or second, excuse me. So Avery Bovey coming in to face Tria Tubbs, as Tria has had some really outstanding games this year. She had a ball game, I remember, with 15 strikeouts. And, of course, she pitched that ball game against McDonell, and McDonell only had 2 hits against her in that contest, in that tournament up in the Gilman-Thorpe area. And so Tria went that complete game, and she had 6 strikeouts and walked 1 and gave up 2 hits. And the first pitch comes in for a call strike on. Tria rocks and fires, and a ground ball to second. Throw over to first for out number 2. There's a ground ball over to Dakota Knetter, and Laney now playing first base.
Kendall Heffler.
And Tria now pitching. And back to the top of the batting order. And a bouncer back to Tria, and for the out, as Tria does not let any more damage happen here, as Kendall Heffler bounces back to Tria for out number 3. But the Bulldogs in the top of the 4th come up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. And after 3.5 innings of play, we are all knotted up at 3 here from Hilgeman Field in Stratford. And you're watching tournament action on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hello, it's Mayor Lois T. Strake asking you to join us for Marshfield's Dairy Fest. Dairy, great time. The fun starts with me on Friday, May 30th at the Mayor's Breakfast, 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. At 5 p.m., head to Columbia Park for family-friendly entertainment, and later join free live music at the Wenzel Family Plaza. Saturday, May 31st, the parade starts at 11 o'clock, and Wenzel Family Plaza will host fun activities. In the afternoon, the Pie and Ice Cream Social is at the Upham Mansion, and Nuts Deep 2 will be hosting an outdoor beer garden with live music. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com.
And we're back here at Stratford, and just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. For roofing projects, to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. And leading off for the Tigers will be the DP, Reese Spindler, as there is a defensive change, but I'm not sure where it's at here for, looks like at first base, number 20 is now playing first base for the Bulldogs. And that would be Miranda Johnson, a sophomore. And she'll go most likely in Leinekugel's spot. And the first pitch comes in to Spindler for a swinging strike for strike 1. And a fly ball. And coming in and making the catch was the second baseman, That is Aaliyah Bovey, as Claire Ruff ran right in front of
Number
her
7,
and
left fielder,
made that catch a
Gracie
very,
Crummell.
very difficult, as Ruff was coming full speed. Thought they were going to collide there for a minute, but Bovey makes the catch for out number 1. First pitch comes into Gracie Crummell for a ball. And a swing and a miss by Gracie Crummell. We're all knotted up at 3 as the Bulldogs come up with 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. And call strike on the outside corner to Gracie Crummell as Kelsey Bremnes throws a changeup in there. Bremnes gets the sign and the pitch. And a pop-up in the infield to third baseman Keegan Winger, and she makes the catch for out number 2. And back to the top of the batting order for the Stratford Tigers,
Center
Carly
fielder,
Pankratz,
number
the
10.
center fielder.
Carly
Carly popped out to the
Pankratz.
back to the pitcher in the first inning, walked and stole a base in the second. So she's 0 for 1 on the day. As Kelsey Bremnes gets ready out there, rocks and fires, and a call strike right on the outside corner. Both pitchers, when Carly was in there and also when with Kelsey here, both of them working the corners very well. Tria, more of a person with a lot of heat, and a routine fly ball out to center field, and making the catch is Riley Christensen Richardson for out number 3.
Scores tied up at
So the
3.
Tigers go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're watching tournament action on Zaleski Sports, and it's brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
A&B Process Systems has been a proud member of the Stratford community since 1973. You can find your next career in engineering, welding, and more at A&B Process Systems. Our campus also includes our exclusive Factory Acceptance Testing Center with full-service testing capabilities to ensure that your equipment will perform to your expectations. Visit A&B Process Systems on Facebook today for more information.
We're going to tell you about ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses,
Leading
chicken
off for
coops,
McDonell
and hunting
Central.
blinds, all
Top of the
crafted
fifth.
by skilled Amish
Number
workers.
14, third
See their
baseman,
display
Keegan
lots in
Winger.
Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. Leading off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 5th inning, we are all knotted up at 3, is Keegan Winger, the third baseman, as she has 2 sacrifice bunts in this game. She sacrificed back to the mound in the first inning and back to the mound in the 3rd inning. So nobody on base this time, so she can't get a sacrifice. And the pitch comes right down Main Street for a call strike as Tria, more of a power pitcher, but she will work the corners, and you'll see more fastballs than you will changeups out of Tria Tubbs as she comes with that. And there's another one right down the pipe as Tria's pumped out there. Tria gets the sign, rocks and fires, comes with a changeup upstairs. I'm figuring she's going to come with a heater right here because Keegan hasn't even taken the bat off. And a line shot and a base hit. Nice job by Keegan with a base hit as she waited on that pitch from Tubbs.
Base hit for Winger. Brings up number 7, center fielder
And brings up
Riley Christensen.
the center fielder, Riley Christensen Richardson. As she has grounded to third and lined out to center. And a base shot up the middle as the Bulldogs get their first 2 runners on again, just like last inning.
Base hit for Christensen.
Actually, that's
He's
the
a
3rd
pitcher,
inning in a
number
row
10,
that the
Kelsey
leadoff, the first
Bremnes.
2 batters have gotten on. Back in the third, they got out of a jam on a great catch by Pankratz out in center. And last time that this happened, the Bulldogs scored 2 runs back in the 4th inning. So runners at first and second here. And squaring the bunt and pulling it back for ball 1 is Kelsey Bremnes, the pitcher. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 5th in a 3-3 ball game. And laying one down, Roper throws down the first to Lanny and gets the out as Emma Roper just jumped right out there. Great job by Emma to get that first out. And runners,
number 12.
That is their
Claire.
third sacrifice bunt as they're playing a little small ball here. As Winger goes to third and Christensen Richardson goes to second on the play. So one down here in the top of the 5th inning. And catching the outside corner for a call strike on Claire Ruff. And next pitch just down low. 1-1 count. As third is up a little bit, short is up a little bit. Trying to prevent that run of the Bulldogs. And next pitch comes in, just missed. Tria did not like that call. You can see the expression on her face on that one. She thought she had a strike there at the letters. 2-1 count with one down here in the top of the 5th inning. Tria. And laying one down, Tria makes the play. And Tria a little late with the throw back to third. It'll be scored as a fielder's choice. And now the base is loaded. And bringing up
number 9, catcher
Liz Liebrandt.
Liebrandt
with a double back in the 4th inning. As the Bulldogs threatening here in the top of the 5th inning. And a ground ball to short, past the shortstop. And that's going to score 2 as hits the cutoff. And 2-run score as Liebrandt comes up with a 2-run single. And 2-run score here as the number 4 seed McDonell Central Catholic Bulldogs are up 5-3 on the number 1 seed Stratford Tigers. And Coach Pankratz going out to discuss something with the umpire. She's thinking maybe there was obstruction or interference. And so now runners at first and second for the Bulldogs, but they've put up 2 runs here in the top of the 5th inning to take a 5-3 lead. We're going to tell you about Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. And coming into, I'm thinking we've got a pinch hitter here. No, as Leinenkugel is the batter.
Yeah, Leinenkugel re-enters the game.
Re-enters the game as she will re-enter for Johnson. So 5-3 lead, runners at first and second here in the top of the 5th. And Kiara Leinenkugel re-entering into the game as she has flown out to left and bounced back to the pitcher in the 4th inning. And Tria and a catch out in right field by Alyssa Bargander, and tagging at second is Claire Ruff, and she advances to third.
Number
so now 2
second
down.
Baseman, Aaliyah Bovey.
2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. As the Tigers will have at least 3 more at-bats to get back into this and possibly get the lead, as they are down by 2 here in the championship game of the regionals. And as they try to delay steal here, as they wanted the catcher to throw down to second, and stealing second is Liebrandt. So now runners at second and third, and a call strike on Aaliyah Bovey, who has doubled in this contest. She had a RBI double back in the 4th inning to tie this contest up at 3. Tubbs gets the sign and the pitch, and a changeup upstairs. 1-2 count. Tria getting the sign from Emma. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss, and dropped third strike as Emma throws down to Laney for out number 3. And that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. You can call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. So
2 runs and 3 hits.
the Bulldogs come up with 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And so after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Bulldogs of McDonell Central Catholic 5 and the Stratford Tigers 3. And you're watching tournament action here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
And we're back here at Stratford, and Door Pro of Stratford is your complete commercial and residential overhead door sales and service provider. If you need a new garage doors or yours isn't working just right and needs an adjustment, stop and see them on Highway 153 just east of Stratford. Give them a call or like them on Facebook. Leading off for the Tigers here is the first baseman, Lanny Pankratz. And a foul ball down the right side here, over into the batting cage area. Over by the big garage, big white garage over here where they've got a batting cage in. Just really nice complex in there. So if it's raining outside, they can just go in and take a little BP in there. Nice facility over there. And next pitch comes into Lanny for a ball down low. 1-1 count here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Tigers down 5-3. As Kelsey Bremnes gets the sign, rocks and fires, and a shot out to right center field. Center fielder comes over, cuts it off, and Lanny gets her second hit of the ball game.
Base hit for Laney.
And starts out
catcher, number 5, Emma
with the leadoff
Roper.
hitter getting on. And Emma Roper, who has been on twice today, got on with an error and scored in the first and had a double for Emma also in the power alley. And first pitch by Kelsey Bremnes is upstairs for ball 1. Beautiful sunny afternoon here in Stratford, just gorgeous. They're saying beautiful weather for the weekend. And a fly ball, and coming in and making a nice catch as a shortstop, as the left fielder was charging in, and the shortstop, Claire Ruff, coming across the field and making a running catch for out number 1.
Pitcher, number 23, Tria Tubbs.
And bringing up the pitcher, Tria Tubbs, as Tria's got 4 home runs on the season. A 2-run shot here would tie this contest up. And the pitch. And a base hit out to left field. And being held up at second will be Lanny Pankratz. As that is Tria's second hit of the contest. Bringing up Gracie Schmidt. Gracie has walked in the first and scored and flew out to right field in the third. So 2 big runners out there right now. An extra base hit here could score 2. Stepping to the mound is Kelsey Bremnes. Bremnes gets the sign, rocks and fires. And following it back is Gracie Schmidt. Fleet Farm, no matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks, Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest price. And a fly ball out to right field and backpedaling and making the catch is Olivia Wolf. And both runners stay put, but Gracie gave it a ride the opposite field, but Olivia Wolf running that down and making a nice catch for out number 2.
Number 11.
And Dakota Knetter, as she's got a double, a 2-run double back in the first inning. Another big double here would be good. And the first pitch, call strike, catching the outside corner. Bremnes rocks and fires. And just outside for a ball. Bremnes with the pitch. And a ground ball to short. And gets the force out at third as Ruff throws over to Winger to get Lanny Pankratz for out number 3. For the Tigers, no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And after 5 complete innings of play, it's the Bulldogs of McDonell 5 and the Stratford Tigers 3. And you're watching Division 4 Regional Championship action here from Stratford. And you're watching it here on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
And we're back here at Stratford, and we're going to tell you about Country Wireless. Attention Stratford area residents. Country Wireless now has blazing fast service for your connected house. Streaming, gaming, movies, TV, and more is now better than ever with Country Wireless. With download speeds of up to 100 megabytes per second, now is the time to visit countrywireless.com and give blazing fast internet with Country Wireless. Tria Tubbs on the mound, and first pitch down low for ball 1. We are in the top of the 6th inning, and the Tigers trailing 5-3 in this Division 4 Regional Championship game of the Chippewa Falls Sectional. And the pitch for a call strike. And leading off is Avery Bovey, the DP. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss. As Avery walked into third and grounded out to second in the 4th inning. And the pitch by Tubbs, an off-speed pitch fouled off. Very good crowd here, wow. As Both teams being represented by fans here, and swing and a miss down in the dirt, and Emma Roper making a nice play and throwing down to Lanny Pankratz for out number 1, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel at Surf Pro for the number 1 choice in cleaning and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. So we're back to the top of the batting order, and laying one down, and not beating it out is Kendall Heffler, as that is her 3rd hit of the ball game. So
Number 14,
one down here in the top of the
Keegan,
6th inning.
Winger.
As Heffler doubled and scored in the 1st and singled in 3rd, and then bounced back to the pitcher, but a bunt here for a base hit, and they get a runner on base here. And a line shot out to center field, fielded by Pankratz. And Carly gets it back as Winger gets her 2nd hit. So now she's 2 for 2 on the day, as she had a couple of sacrifices and had a single and scored back in the 5th. So runners at 1st and 2nd now here in the top of the 6th inning, as the Bulldogs are threatening here, as coach comes down and talks to Riley Christensen Richardson, the center fielder. And pitch upstairs for a ball. Runners at 1st and 2nd with 1 down, as Bulldogs trying to get some insurance runs here in the 6th. And laying one down, fielded by Tria. Throws over to first for out number 2, and a sacrifice, as they're playing a little small ball, as 4 sacrifices, as moves the runners into scoring position.
Number 10, pitcher, Kelsey Bremnes.
Usually, you don't find teams that are very good, sacrifice teams, but it looks like Coach Ruff here does a great job of sacrificing his players like 60 feet further. And like I said, that is their 4th sacrifice in today's ball game. Tria with the pitch, and a changeup for a call strike, catching the outside corner. 0-2 count with 2 down. As Kelsey Bremnes is the batter, as she is 1 for 1 on the day. And pitch upstairs. Kelsey had a single back in the 1st inning out the left field, walked into 3rd, and had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. So officially 1 for 1. Tria Tubbs getting the sign, and the pitch. And knocked down, and gets by Roper, and coming in to score is Kendall Heffner. And it's now 6-3. And advancing to 3rd on the play is Keegan Winger. And we'll call that a wild pitch. This was partly in the dirt there. So runner at 3rd, 2-2 count, 2 down, 6-3 Bulldogs here in the top of the 6th. Tria Tubbs with the delivery, and fouled out of play, and heading for the big white barn. Tria getting the sign from Emma, and the pitch. And a call, strike 3, and that is a Jamie Wenzel. Surf Pro strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel for the number 1 choice in cleaning and restoration. Surf Pro like it never happened. But the Bulldogs come up with 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left.
After 5.5 complete.
And after 5.5, it's the Bulldogs of McDonell Central Catholic 6 and the Stratford Tigers 3. And you're watching Division 4 Regional Championship action here from Pilgrim Field in Stratford. And brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
John's a little fast with commercials here. I'm going over here checking on the score. And the Stratford boys are ahead in the bottom of the fifth inning, 7-0 against Colfax in their tournament game. And so we're starting the bottom of the sixth inning here, and the Tigers got to get something going as time is running out. As leading off is the right fielder, Alyssa Bargender. Alyssa grounded out the third baseman back in the first and struck out in the third and takes the first pitch down low for a ball one. And a fly ball into the infield, and coming over and making the catch is Claire Ruff for out number one.
Number 6, Reese Spindler.
As we will have on our post-game show, we will have the winning coach and player of the game interview. And the pitch down in the dirt to Reese Spindler. Reese has struck out back in the second and popped out to the second baseman back in the fourth. She's 0 for 2. And getting ready out on the mound is Kelsey Bremnes. As Kelsey gets the sign, rocks, and fires. And a fly ball out to right field. That's out to Olivia Wolf, and she makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 down here in the top
Number
of the,
7,
or the bottom of the
left
sixth
fielder,
inning.
Gracie Crummel.
And bringing up the number 9 hitter, the left fielder, Gracie Crummel. Gracie has struck out back in the second and popped out to the third baseman in the fourth. 2 down and a one hopper to third and over to first in plenty of time as Winger had no problem taking care of that one hopper and throws over to get out number 3 as the Bulldogs a little fired up there as they know they're just 3 more outs away of being the regional champion here. So no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. And after 6 complete innings of play, it's the Bulldogs of McDonell 6 and the Stratford Tigers 3. And you're watching tournament action on Zaleski Sports, brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
At House of Heating, making your home comfortable is our biggest priority. That's why we offer dependable HVAC solutions and quality work in central Wisconsin. Our pros are knowledgeable in a wide variety of services so you can feel confident in your results. They'll offer the support you need, whether it's putting in a modern HVAC system or working on and maintaining your current unit. Get in touch with House of Heating at 715-384-3163 or contact houseofheating.com. House of Heating, heating and cooling the air you breathe.
And we're back here at Stratford. And leading off will be Claire Ruff, the shortstop. Claire is 1 for 3 today.
Leading off for the Bulldogs.
As she singled scored back in the fourth
number 12,
inning.
Claire
So 1 for 3
Ruff.
today. And making some nice plays out at shortstop there today also. And she'll lead it off for the Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch upstairs for a ball. Tria from the windup and down low as Emma makes a nice stop. Scoops up that one hopper. And a fly ball out to center field as Carly Pankratz goes back and takes just 2 steps and bounces into the fence as Claire gave it a ride, but just a long out as Carly Pankratz
Catcher,
out there to
number
make the
9,
catch
Lizzie
for out number
Liebrandt.
1. Great support here by the fans today. I mean, I've not seen this many fans here at the softball field, as they've got their lawn chairs down the right field line here. They're sitting up on the hill back here out in left field. They're out in right field behind the right field fence. And all the bleachers are full here. I mean, just a fantastic support. Fly ball out to center field. Carly Pankratz going back and making the catch for out number 2. And that was Liz Liebrandt, who is she finishes on pretty much the day, 2 for 4. Great day for her. And bringing up, I don't think she can come. Well, I'm not sure. She's not originally a starter, so I don't think she can come back in. And Johnson fouls it off. Unless they've changed the rules in the last 21 years when I umpired, but if you were not a starter and you came in and went out, you cannot come back in, not even as a pinch runner. And I don't think she's allowed to back into the ball game as she fouls it off, because I know she played one defensive inning at first base, and that was back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Because then Leinenkugel came in and pinched hit, and she strikes out for out number 3, and that's a Jamie Wenzel strikeout. Call Jamie Wenzel, serve pro, for your number 1 in cleanup and restoration. That's serve pro, like it never happened. So, last chance for the Tigers here as the Bulldogs come up with nothing here in the 7th. And it's brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Carly Pankratz.
And we're back here at Stratford, bottom of the 7th. Tigers down 6-3. Last chance for the Tigers in this Division 4 regional championship game of the Chippewa Falls sectional. As on the mound, Kelsey Bremnes delivers, and a base hit by Carly Pankratz to serve first base hit of the day. And the Tigers are keeping it alive here. And bringing up now Lainey Pankratz as they're coming to the meat of the order of the Stratford Tigers. 1, 2, and 3 here. So with Pankratz now, Roper is on deck, and Tria Tubbs to follow Emma. And a pop-up in the infield to the first baseman, Johnson, for out number 1.
Catcher, number 5.
And the catcher, Emma Roper.
Roper.
Emma, 1 for 3 on the day as she doubled back in the 3rd. She got on by an error by the 3rd baseman and popped out to the shortstop in the 5th. She is 1 for 2 with a run scored. And a line shot and foul. Down the right field side. And she was behind that a little bit. As Bremnes gets ready out on the mound. Takes a look for the sign. Rocks back and delivers. And a shot at 3rd. Throw over to first. Great defensive play by Keegan Winger to get Emma Roper as she stretched out, made the stop, got up, and threw out Roper going to first. Pankratz goes to second.
Tubbs.
And coming up is Tria Tubbs. Tria is 2 for 3 on the day. Last hope for the Stratford Tigers. Otherwise, Stratford's season will be over. And an outstanding season by the Tigers this year with 18 wins. And a pop-up into the outfield, and coming over and making the catch for out number 3 is Kendall Hepfler, and it's the Bulldogs of McDonell as the regional champions as they come away with a 6-3 win over the number 1 seed Stratford Tigers. And we will be talking to Coach Ruff in our pregame show here. And another outstanding job by McDonell. And they revenge that 10-0 loss that they lost to Stratford 2 weeks ago, coming up with a very impressive 6-3 win over the number 1 seed. So
let's have a round of applause
we'll be
for the
back.
Stratford seniors.
And congratulations to the Stratford
Thank you
Ball
for all your
Club.
contributions to the
And
Stratford Tiger program.
let's
Congratulations to the Stratford Tigers on a very successful season.
let me find.
At this time, could the coach
looking
and
for
captains of McDonell Central Catholic
for the
please
Stratford
come out to
team,
the center of the field to receive the
Macy
championship
Stieber, Laney Pankratz, Emma Roper, and Addison Ballman, and Abby Luenz with
Good luck to the Bulldogs.
their senior year,
Go
finishing
play
their final
in the
ball game.
sectional
So,
semifinal game on Tuesday.
great job by the Stratford
At
Tigers this
location
season,
yesterday
finishing the
tournament.
season with a 18-8 record. So, we will be back just shortly with the winning coach, with Coach Ruff. And this game was brought to you by ShedsDelivered.com.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Have you outgrown your old furniture? Well, I can relate. Then get into Mall Furniture today. We are never short on inventory, and we are never short on bringing you great deals. Living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, mattresses, recliners, lift chairs, and big clearance recliners. Head to Mall, because we got them all.
Mall Furniture and Mattress, West 9th Street, Marshfield.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center. The tools you trust from the people you can depend on. Shop the store within a store and find what you're looking for.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Now that's what I was looking for. Looks like you found what you're looking for.
We redesigned our store to offer the biggest selection of Milwaukee tools.
A selection so big you'll need a map to find your way out.
Hiller's True Value in Marshfield, Central Wisconsin's Milwaukee Tool Destination Center.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
We'll do it from here. Yeah, we gotta look at the camera. You ready, John? And we're back here at Stratford as we're getting situated here with Lizzie and Coach. But I'm going to talk to Coach here first, so we're going to swing it back around here. Or you can stay right here. This is fine. And Coach, nice job today. Coming back to revenge, that 10-0 loss you had over in that Thorpe tournament. We're talking, 2 weeks ago? But a great job. You guys didn't lose your composure. You were down 3-1 and came back, tied it up in the fourth. And then, of course, this young lady came up with a big base hit to knock in those 2 runs to give you that 5-3 lead. But, I usually don't see 4 sacrifices, in a ball game. And do you guys specify working on that during the season?
Bunting is something we work on all year round. Do we use it as often? Not necessarily, but we play in the Western Clover Belt, and bunting is very important.
I know. Over in that area, of course, with Stanley Boyd and also Fall Creek, your arch rival. And last year, you guys went through a stretch where you lost 3 ball games and all to Fall Creek. I mean, they're a very good ball club, but a great season that you guys had last year, and a great season that you're continuing right now. You guys moved to 15-8, and you'll go into the sectionals now. And I figure that's one of your goals that you have at the beginning of the season.
Absolutely. It is always a goal to go, as deep as you can in the playoffs, but we do it by preparing with, we have a tough regular season schedule, but we have a tough non-conference schedule. We play anybody who wants to play ball.
All right. And this lady here, just an outstanding job that she did behind the plate today, and even with coming up with that big hit in the fifth inning and knocking the 2 runs.
Yep, she's been working hard all year. It's just nice to see this come to fruition for her.
All right. Coach, thanks for stopping by. Good luck in the sectionals. And again, Coach Ruff, great season and great ball game today.
Thank you very much.
You betcha. With us also is Lizzie Liebrandt. And Lizzie, great ball game. Came up with 2 hits. You had that double in the 4th inning and had that base hit and a stolen base in the 5th. But it was a big hit for your ball club in the 5th inning to give you that 5-3 lead.
Yeah, I think I came up to the plate with the mindset, put the ball in play. I wasn't looking for a home run swing. I wasn't looking for putting it in the outfield. I was just getting the ball on the ground and making them make a play.
All right, and a great job you did behind the plate, and yep, great calling of a game for Kelsey. I'll bet it's a real pleasure catching for her.
Oh yeah, she's a great pitcher, and she's always been one of my closest friends, and so it's really makes me happy to see her succeed and see the team succeed together.
Well, Lizzie, thank you for stopping by, and good luck at the sectionals. And we're going to keep you around. I don't know if you've ever done this, but we're going to put you in the house. Okay. So what you're going to do is I'm going to count you down to 1, 2, 3, and just say your name and say, I'm in the house. Okay? You hold the microphone.
Okay.
And I'm going to count you down. You say your name and say, when you get done with your name, say, I'm in the house.
Okay.
And look right up at that camera up there.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Lizzie Liebrandt, I'm in the house.
All right, thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
You betcha. Good luck.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
You betcha. And a great season by the McDonell Central Catholic Bulldogs as they defeated the number 1 seed Stratford Tigers here at Stratford by a score of 6-3. And a great job by Liz behind the plate, and also a great pitching job by Kelsey Bremnes to get the win for the McDonell Max. And they will move on now to the sectionals at where the site has not been determined yet of where they're going to play that semifinal game, but McDonell moves on to 15-8. They're the number 4 seed, so a big upset win over the Stratford Tigers, and a big win to keep McDonell's season going. So for John, I'm Mike Steinweidner. I'll be down the road somewhere doing a tournament game, so have a great weekend. And